You can invest your IRA and own precious metals, gold, platinum, silver, palladium, or crypto.
You have to be really cautious of hearing someone say, oh, you want to invest in crypto? We have a fund.
You can't put it under your mattress or in your closet at your house.
We
or in
could
your
expand
basement.
this. We could expand. We could get a storage unit.
I mean, it's possible.
Really, lock it down.
It's possible.
Put cameras in.
Welcome to the Directed IRA podcast. This is Matt Sorensen, joined by the fabulous Mark J. Kohler. We are excited today because we're talking about alternative assets and two popular ones.
Yeah. They're been around forever now, it seems like, but they fluctuate. They go up and down.
Well, one's been around forever. One's been around forever. It's been in the ground, gold. We're talking about gold. And the other one's, what's been about 10 plus years now, since May 2012. What's the guy that created Bitcoin? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Al Gore.
That's the internet. He created the internet. Yeah.
Well, same thing.
Yeah. Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay.
There we go.
All right. So, but anyways, we're going to be talking about these. These are popular alternative assets. And guess what? You can own them in your IRA. You can invest your IRA and own precious metals, gold, platinum, silver, palladium, or crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, whatever, Dogecoin, whatever crypto you're into. These are actually investment assets your IRA could own. We're going to talk about them. They're popular now because both those assets, precious metals, gold in particular, has been on a run. Also, Bitcoin of late has been on a run. So is Ethereum. Other cryptocurrencies I'm sure have, but those are the big ones in the news. So I want to give everyone an update because we talk about Bitcoin and crypto quite a bit in the last couple of years. A lot of accounts invested in those. Thousands of people have invested their IRAs into owning actual crypto, as well as precious metals. We just want to break down where's everything at right now, make sure everyone understands the rules of the game, how you do it, what you can't do, and just have a heck of a good time.
Yeah, and I'll throw out maybe a little distinction is, I don't know if we can tell you where things are at right now. We've had gold experts on the show. We've had crypto experts on the show. What we want to say, if I may clarify, is that we want to explain where we're at on the process of investing in them. Because we are experts in that. Many people that want to take their retirement account and buy into these types of assets end up at our doorstep. And so that's what we are good at. And so we want to keep it simple, keep it easy. For those of you that want to move a little money, do a little shifting, we'll give you the path. Yeah,
and that's going to be the meat of what we talk about. That's our expertise. We're not investment advisors. We invest in whatever you want, whatever you like. But a lot of people have just been told, no, your IRA can't own crypto. No, your IRA can't own real estate. No, your IRA can't own precious metals. And that's because Wall Street's telling you that, because they want you to think that, because they want you to buy stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, what they sell. But we're here to tell you, these are assets your IRA, 401k, health savings account, Roth account, they can all own. We do it here every day at Directed IRA. But gold, I just want to say this on gold. It's 2,000 plus an ounce right now, approximately. It's been on a little bit of a run, up almost 20% over the last year. Bitcoin, approximately a year ago, was at a low of 16,000. And I say a low of, over the last couple of years, because I bought Bitcoin at $2,500 a Bitcoin. I have a video on it in 2017 when I bought it in my retirement account on YouTube. But right now, Bitcoin's at 42 grand. Wow. Ethereum was at a low last year of $1,200 and is now at $2,200. Wow. So both of those crypto, the two most popular out there, have really seen significant growth this last year. I don't know if crypto's back or where it's going. We don't freaking know. But
if you believe in it,
yes,
we've got a roadmap for you. You want to get on the freeway or get off the freeway or whatever you're doing and reallocate your assets. Let's go there. So should we talk? Which one do you want to talk about first? Cryptocurrency or precious metals?
Let's talk about crypto first.
Okay.
I like crypto first.
All right. So can I take a stab at this point? I would like to say you have to be really cautious of hearing someone say, oh, you want to invest in crypto? We have a fund. See, having a fund that invests in cryptocurrency is very different than you owning cryptocurrency. I just heard the other day, ADP. They're like, oh, we have a fund for crypto. We have a fund for real estate. We have a fund for this. And so there's a fund for everything now. But that's not investing in the actual coin itself. Now, some people may want to invest in funds. That's fine. ETFs or mutual funds, that sort of thing. But if you want to buy into specific cryptocurrency, the first thing I would say is that's a different ballgame. Because if you call your advisor right now and go, I want to buy some crypto, they're going to steer you to a fund. And they're going to try and tell you, oh, but then it's diversified and you got all sorts of coins in there and you're going to do better and all that. But when it really runs, you're not going to feel that run because it's watered down.
Yeah, and even right now, there's all these ETFs getting proposed right now, and that a lot of people say that's one of the reasons Bitcoin's been on a run. Is there's all of Wall Street now wants to play in this party. Why? Because they want to make money, and so they're selling an ETF that's hopefully going to get approved here in April, approximately, where you could own Bitcoin actually in an ETF and just a brokerage account. But here's the caveat, and why I don't think that's a great idea. Even if you trust Wall Street with your money, there's a 1% fee on that.
At least.
That the fund is charging at least on that, not to mention your own account fees for doing this. If you put $100,000 in to buy Bitcoin in a fund, that's $1,000 every year that you're going to get charged. That's a lot less than what you're going to pay here at Directed IRA to invest $100,000 in Bitcoin. So there's just a service cost to use Wall Street to access this, which isn't even around now. Maybe you want to invest.
But Wall Street knows better.
Do they?
Yeah, they tell us that all the time. All those cute commercials, they're so good.
That's what they think. Because you know what? They're trying to make it easy. And let's be honest, when those ETFs come around, and there's ETFs out there right now, but they don't actually own Bitcoin. Like they own like a futures contract on Bitcoin. They don't actually own Bitcoin. But there are like BlackRock and ARK. There's some big fund providers. They're going to have an ETF out next year. They beat the SEC on a case already, so they're going to this process of getting it. And that fund will actually own Bitcoin in the fund. But again, there's high fees to get access to that, assuming you did that with an IRA.
I like the words you just used there. And that's what they're selling, easy.
Yes.
And that's okay. So if you want to go in with your eyes wide open and
also
say...
a great Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman movie.
Yes, or is that Eyes Wide Shut?
Oh, is that what that is? Yeah. Yeah.
But if you want to go in with your eyes wide open and say...
Wall Street prefers you coming in eyes wide shut. That's actually what they're hoping for.
I think you're right. But if you're like, I don't mind the fees, but I want easy, go that route. Okay, so that's point number one. I just want to say that there's a big difference between owning cryptocurrency or a bundle of types of cryptocurrency in a fund versus owning it yourself. Okay, point one. Now you get to, well, guys... what is a little harder maybe, or takes a couple more steps, I got to get a little more educated, but I can actually own that currency with very low fees and use wallets and a little bit of anonymity and protection and cold storage and all these little things you might want to implement or learn about. That's fine. But I just want to buy some cryptocurrency directly in my retirement account, because I don't like my retirement account being one-sided, all in Wall Street. I'd like to have diversified a little bit. So there's two ways to go at it. There's having a crypto IRA account, which we have, and then there's setting up more of a standard retirement account structure where you have an LLC that's owned by your retirement account. Now, both could be Roth IRAs, both could be traditional, they could be 401ks, whatever. So, but the point is we have kind of a simple platform for buying cryptocurrency directly. Yeah. You will own it directly. But you might be limited on all the variety of coins you could get, but there's a big variety. Mm-hmm. Or I just want an LLC and I can have my own wallet and go at it hard and get more creative and have more agility to move money around inside that LLC. Would that be fair to say, those two methods?
Yeah, and the interesting thing about this is we've seen clients just open $5,000. They just do a Roth IRA and throw in $5,000 or $6,500 for the annual contribution. Maybe they do 2 years of contributions. They got $10,000 or so. Because it's not like buying real estate or a private investment. You need $50,000 for a lot of that stuff, let's say. But this is kind of a smaller dollar thing. We've seen a lot of accounts just attached. I mean, we have clients over $1 million with crypto IRAs that are doing this at a much larger level. But the nice thing about crypto is you can buy a piece of a coin. You don't have to buy the whole damn thing. And so it gets you a little easier entry point. But I'd say the easiest and most common is the crypto IRA. And we use Gemini. So what you'll do is, let's say you do a Roth IRA. If you believe in crypto, you should be doing a Roth IRA anyways, because you think it's going to go to the moon. Why not do it in a tax-free vehicle like the amazing Roth IRA? You could transfer money over from an existing Roth IRA. Maybe you've got a Roth IRA at Fidelity or whatever. Want to send some of it over, or the whole thing, to a Roth IRA at Directed IRA. Now, this would be the crypto Roth IRA app. Make sure you do the crypto app, because we have a specialty trading account that we're going to open in the name of your Roth IRA, and we do it for you. You don't got to figure this out on your own with some crypto provider. Trust me, you don't want to do this. It's a headache. We do it for you. Then we put the money in it, and now you're trading through a Gemini wallet where you're buying 50 plus different crypto options. You can trade it as much as you want. Our fee for that's $295 annual fee, $50 to set it up. and then a 0.5% trade fee when you trade. So if you did a $10,000 trade, 0.5% trade fee, what is that, $50?
Yeah.
You know, so that's every time you trade. So if you're going to trade a lot, make sure you're taking that into account on the trading. So that's the way that the crypto IRA works.
Option one.
And that's option one. But I like option one. That's actually what I've been doing. Okay, and this is what I do with my crypto.
Same.
Yeah. You've done it, and so it's just nice because Gemini, and I want to say the reason we picked Gemini is they're a regulated, audited trust company. They're audited by Deloitte. They have a trust charter with the state of New York. And I remember when we were picking our provider to use this, guess who's the two other companies we were talking to? FTX and Voyager. Okay? And we all know what the hell happened to them.
Yes.
I asked the FTX people, and we're doing the senior vice president there. I'm like, how are you guys licensed again? And by the way, FTX was like the cool company back then. You know, they were like the cool company, and we wanted to work with FTX. Gemini was kind of like the dorky company, you know. And I was, Gemini, they're kind of the boring one because they're regulated. And Well, I asked FTX, I'm like, what is your license? What license do you have? Well, we have a money transmitter license, a money service transmitter license. I'm like, so does the check cash store over there in the 7-Eleven. That's all you have? A money transmitter license? You're holding billions of dollars of people's crypto? You're not regulated or audited at all? Well, we got the money. I'm like, oh my gosh. So that's why we chose.
Ran away from that.
So that's why we chose Gemini, guys. All right, they're regulated, they're audited.
And through all the carnage that you saw the last couple of years, Gemini came through strong.
Exactly.
They were very clean.
And I think they're playing for the long run. That's why we picked them. Our regulators like them too anyway. Okay. So that's where your trading account's going to be. And I just say that because there's a little bit of trust you need to put in that provider, you know, of course. And it's what you're doing with anything with your money, whether it's a bank or a crypto provider or real estate professionals, other people you're working with. You need to have a certain level of trust. But that's where the crypto will be custody.
Okay, now that's option one. Now I know there's some I family members that are hardcore crypto investors and work in the metaverse and in NFTs space. They don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, any of you that are like really in the industry, you don't want to ever work with a trust company or custodian or an exchange. You just are anti-exchange, and we get that. That's why I'm going to tell you about option two.
Yeah,
we have option two.
Yeah,
option two is great, but option one is the second easiest way to do it. You want to go buy a fund inside your retirement account at Fidelity? It's coming.
Yeah.
Good luck. Enjoy the fees, but enjoy the simplicity as well. This Gemini fund, Matt already gave you, or not Gemini fund, Gemini Exchange and Trust Company, he already gave you the fees, so you know what to expect. But you are owning the cryptocurrency of your choice with lots of tokens to choose from directly.
Yeah.
This second option, which I already generally described, is where you're going to set up a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA or a 401k, a Coverdell, an HSA, whatever you want, any type of retirement account. And then we're going to help you create an LLC. And this is where our law firm has been working in conjunction with Directed IRA for years, setting up LLCs of which you can be the manager, you get a checkbook, and this LLC is managed by you. So it's a quick process. Your IRA comes in, then once you do the direction letter and your LLC is set up, the money goes to the LLC, and then you crypto aficionados now take that LLC and you can move that money quickly into a MetaMask wallet, any wallet you want, and you might go through crypto.com to get there. You know how it works. You're going to go boom, boom. And once you get that money in that LLC, you can use whatever wallets you want. And there's going to be reporting. You know, we need to know what the value of that account is every year. But we love the Roth IRA because you'll never pay tax again. So you can trade your little heart out with all the little wallets you want, all the unique coins that don't exist at Gemini. That's fine.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, and I think that's for a lot of people are like, hey, you know, if I don't have the keys, it's not my crypto, you know? Yeah. So like I need the keys and I want to have those keys, my private keys to the crypto. And if it's a Gemini with a custodian, I don't get those. And I get that. I get that mentality. That's not me. But I get that mentality and that idea and concept. And so this is where you're going to need the IRA LLC so you can control that, have the wallet that you have control of. You're going to have the keys and access to it. Now, we want to go over some rules on this because when you have that IRA LLC, this is not your little personal bank account, all right? This is your retirement account that owns this LLC and in effect owns this crypto. Even though you might have some control over it, an ability to move assets around or trade or buy or cut deals with the crypto, whatever you're doing, that's investments, that's totally fine. You can do that. You could even do crypto mining, by the way, too. We've got other podcasts and webinars on just doing crypto mining, which requires the LLC structure too. So, but that's for those of you that really want to have control of your private keys. I think that's the best model for it. I have had some clients use the IRA LLC because they want to trade a lot and they don't want to have the 0.5% fee. And so they've just used the LLC just because they want to trade a lot more and reduce their fees. And so if you have a larger account where the trade and the volume of trading is going to add up more than $1,000 a year, the LLC might make more sense to go that route too.
Now, please know, there is a lot more to talk about here. We're going to move to precious metals now. But I have one last comment on crypto, if I could, and then maybe, Matt, you take a last stab, is that if you're going to be doing staking, and Matt alluded to mining, or you might be doing NFTs or something in the metaverse, there could be some operational activities you're doing with your crypto that even in a Roth IRA would trigger what we call UBIT tax, where your Roth IRA can invest in real estate and notes and crypto all day long. But if your Roth IRA opens up a 7-Eleven, it's going to have to pay tax like all the other 7-Elevens initially. And we have a way to help minimize that. And that could still be a great investment for your Roth IRA to do mining or some sort of advanced staking, which is fine. But you got to know the rules. So we have prior podcasts on this. I've got training on this in my certified tax advisor program. You can talk to any of our lawyers. We have 2 lawyers in our office that are specialized in cryptocurrency, Darren or Max, Darren Charrington, Max Merritt. So any of you that want to make an appointment with them and say, my lawyer or tax accountant has no idea what's going on, these lawyers are very affordable. They can help you structure the deal you want to do. So that's my last caveat. Buying crypto is one thing, and then operating some crypto strategies that are more advanced, you've got to up your game too on the knowledge.
Yeah, love that. All right, now remember, get over to directedira.com. That's where you can open the account. You can get started doing this crypto trading or any other crypto investing you want to do. You can do it with an IRA. You own the actual crypto in your account. I just want to make the distinction. We're not talking about buying an ETF or anything like that. You are going to own this freaking crypto yourself. And if you believe in it, consider the Roth account. Even if you have traditional dollars, you may want to consider converting to Roth, because if you believe this could go 10x of what it's at right now, and I don't know, we have no freaking idea. I'm not saying it's going to. I know there's a lot of people that believe in that as an asset, and they've been buying it personally. Guys, doing it in a Roth account and paying 0 tax on it, you're investing for the long haul, pull it out at 59.5. That's a huge consideration and benefit to using a Roth IRA to do the crypto. All right. So talk about precious metals?
Yeah. Now, it's kind of similar in that it's a unique asset. Yeah. You can go out, again, with funds. Yeah, that have precious metals. And
exactly,
there's
you could.
Fees, but you know,
you could own it directly.
yeah, and these funds out there own mines as well. It's kind of funny to go there again. They might own a diamond mine in Africa or a gold mine in Australia or whatever. So you can go out and talk to your traditional financial advisor and say, I want to have a fund that owns precious metals. I love gold. I love silver. I love this or that. That's cool. But if you want to own it directly, we would encourage you to consider that in your retirement account again, which you can do. And ignore the cases out there that say you can't do it. What you can't do is buy it and store the gold in your backyard. We're going to talk about that. So some of you go, well, you can't do that. There's a case out there where an idiot did it wrong. But it doesn't mean you can't do it. We'll come to that. So you can own gold, silver, or any of these precious metals in your Roth IRA or 401k or solo, and it's exciting.
Yeah, and so these are just the self-directed IRA accounts we have at Directed IRA where you can do this, and you can own precious metals, you can own real estate, other alternative assets. But the annual fee there is $395. It's $50 to buy or sell the precious metals. And there's really 2 rules that you need to know. What is a qualifying metal and how to store it properly. So we're going to talk about the 2 critical rules. It's a whole chapter in my book, Buying Precious Metals. I've got a whole chapter in my book, the Self-Directed IRA Handbook on crypto as well. But on precious metals, the first rule is, what are the qualifying metals? So the 4 qualifying metals are gold, silver, platinum, and palladium.
Can't buy any other precious metal.
You can't buy bronze.
I can't, really?
No, there's no Olympic.
Copper?
No copper. No.
The zirconian?
Zirconium? No, that's a no-go too. That's also for any of you, guys out there buying a diamond for your ladies. Don't go that route either.
Double whammy. Yeah. Okay, so 4 qualifying metals
and the 2
for a retirement account.
Yeah, and so those are the qualifying metals. But even within those, they have to meet certain requirements. So, for example, gold has to have a certain purity requirement, as does silver, or it has to be issued by a government authority. And there's rules on this, as I hate to say it, but this is the tax code. So make sure you know what are the qualifying metals. I have a whole chart in my book on this of what are the qualifying metals specifically. But one would be that's common when people are like, well, I want to buy gold. I want to buy some Krugerrands. Those don't qualify.
Oh.
That's a common gold coin out there. You can't buy. Well, I want to buy an American Gold Eagle. Well, that does qualify. I want to buy a gold bar that's got this certain purity. Well, that qualifies. And so there's these little rules. You got to make sure you're understanding which actual gold qualifies and what doesn't.
What about the gold coin in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, that I don't know the purity
Jack Sparrow
on that.
have that?
If the purity requirements were high enough, it could have qualified.
could have qualified.
The pawn shop, boiling down, gold rings, to make a little bar, that might qualify. I don't know. It's
how they're cutting their gold. They're cutting they're throwing in all sorts of bad stuff.
It probably doesn't, but it could. But in the platinum and palladium, we really see very little of that. It's mostly gold and silver that people are buying. And as we talked about in the front end, there's been a lot of price changes. It's been up, of course, recently. Seen a lot more interest in it from people, which really we should see interest when it goes down, because those are the people buying at the bargain price, right? It's already done a little run. It's coming up, but whatever.
All right. So we have these. We need to know the qualifying metals that work for your retirement account. If you want to go out and buy copper in your own name, go buy it.
Yeah.
What we're just saying is if you want to buy it in your retirement account, the IRS has said, only these 4 types of metals with meet these standards. Now, do I need an LLC to do it?
You don't need an LLC to do it, but you could use an LLC to do it. So most people don't use an LLC for precious metals because an LLC is going to cost you another $1,200 to set up. I mean, if you're doing real estate or something like that, we love the IRA LLC, sometimes called the checkbook IRA, puts you in a control position, you can cut deals. But when you're buying precious metals, the second rule you got to follow is the storage requirement. And the storage requirement says that the precious metals must be custodied with a bank. And the definition of a bank is a bank, a credit union, or a trust company. Now, Directed Trust Company is a trust company, but we don't store precious metals because I don't want all the security and protocols
I was going
here.
to say downstairs we have some gold.
Yeah, we have some gold there. Yeah, we'd probably get robbed. Okay, that's not our business. Same with like crypto. We use Gemini. They specialize in this. That's all what they're doing. They have anti-fraud people. They have cybersecurity people. They're like, it's locked down over there. Same thing with precious metals that are stored in our accounts. We use Delaware Depository Trust Company. They're in the business of just storing precious metals. That's all they freaking do. It's like Fort Knox over there, essentially, in terms of like the controls and everything. And so that's so that's where we're storing our metals. You can't put it under your mattress or in your closet at your house.
We could expand this. We could expand. We could like get a storage unit.
I mean, it's possible.
Really, lock it down.
It's possible.
Put cameras in.
It's possible.
Like go down to Costco, get some good cameras.
Yeah.
A little stronger lock.
Yeah,
And go to Ace Hardware.
Somebody's just waiting for us to be dumb enough to go do that and then rob us. The wet bandits are going to be coming in and raiding the precious metals.
Yeah, sure. We could set up a system like Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin McAllister, we could use his model, like have little Christmas ornaments on the door. So when you open up the bay door, they'd step on them.
Yes,
I think that'd work.
That would work. It'd be fun. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
So a little Home Alone there for you.
That's Christmas
If you didn't
season.
catch up on that, that's the Wet Bandits, the Home Alone. So Harry and Marv.
Yeah.
Is that Harry and Marv, the Wet Bandits?
Marv. Yeah.
Okay, so on storage, I just want to say this because you mentioned earlier there was a case of a guy who used an IRA LLC and bought precious metals, and then he was storing the precious metals at his house, and he got audited, and he lost in the audit. And everybody's like, "Oh, you can't buy precious metals in an IRA." No, you can. The guy just violated the storage rule, and if you violate the storage rule, those precious metals are deemed distributed from your IRA. So you bought $100,000 worth of precious metals, and you're storing them at your house. It's deemed a distribution. That's what happened exactly in that case. It's not a prohibited transaction. It's just considered a distribution because you didn't meet the storage requirement. So now home storage, we've always crapped on that. We've always said you can't do it. It's in my book. The IRS has sent out warnings on this because there's people advertising, buy precious metals in your IRA and store it at your house. And you get around the home storage rule, yada, yada. And so, but now there's a case on it. You can't do it. But you can still buy precious metals in your IRA. You just can't do the home storage or personal storage.
How much does it cost to store it?
I don't even know, but it's not that much. We have a pricing sheet on it. I couldn't quote it.
Okay, I just wondered. But it's not.
It's pretty nominal, but you do want to know that if you're looking into it. And we have a schedule from Delaware Depository. We don't charge any add-on on it. Your account gets charged exactly what the storage cost is.
Well, what's funny is this topic actually relates to crypto because when that case came down that said you can't store your own precious metals, people that were anti-crypto, the Wall Streeters, of course said, well, you can't hold crypto in your own wallet then. Well, and so you can't store your own crypto keys or all this. No, the case was related to precious metals.
Yeah.
It did not have anything to do with crypto. Yeah. So don't take that case and expand on it in your head that, I can't do that. And so just stick to the precious metal rules. Use the holding company or the trust company for your crypto.
Yeah, and I wrote a whole article on that case and what the holding really meant. It was very specific, and we'll drop a link to that article maybe here in the notes for the show. But that article was specifically about the storage rule in the tax code for precious metals that are owned in a retirement. I mean, it's very narrow, specific rule here that they violated. So, but it is an important one because a lot of people that like precious metals want to have access to it, and they're like, oh, I'd rather have it at my house. Well, you can't. Yeah. Now, in the IRA LLC, there's kind of a gray area, I'll say this, where some people are like, well, can I store it at a safety deposit box at a local bank in my neighborhood? And the IRA LLC owns the local deposit box, so I have an IRA own an LLC. My IRA LLC goes and buys the precious metals, and then I go store the precious metals in a safety deposit box in the LLC. At a bank, which falls under the definition of proper storage. And so that's kind of a gray area. We think it would work, but you're pioneering that. There's no test cases on it. The IRS hasn't commented on that. We know for certain you're not going to be able to do home storage, but storage at a bank that's owned by the LLC, which in turn is owned by the IRA, would likely qualify. I think that would work. But it's not a tax penny or anything there. Just keep in mind you'll be a pioneer if you do that strategy. But some people still like that because they want to go check on their precious metals every month, and make sure it's all,
I love it. My last piece of recommendation for both the cryptocurrency investors and the precious metal investors is if you're going to go out and deploy some of your assets in these areas, whether it's 10 grand, 20 grand, 100 grand or more, take the time to also meet with a lawyer at the office, a tax lawyer. And if you find a great tax lawyer that understands this and self-directing, great, knock yourself out. But I know we have 14 of them here at KQS Lawyers, helping clients around the country. We get on a Zoom call. We can help you, guide you through this, because what's $400 or $500 to get some direction on your investment strategy? You can go look at Matt's articles. You can go read his book. You can read my articles. You can go to Directed IRA. But at the end of the day, if you're just doing self-research, it's on you if you screw this up. So take a little time to book an hour with one of the tax lawyers and go, I want to have a strategic plan for this investing. And can you unpack what Matt and Mark said based on my situation? That's where the lawyer really helps, is they're like, oh, you're married or single. It's 50 grand, it's 500 grand, it's this, it's that. What do you want to do? What do you want to? And so we can really tailor it to you and just help guide you through it.
Yeah. All right, so that's it. Crypto and precious metals, these are assets you can buy. It's $5,000, $50,000, $500,000, whatever. I mean, the dollar amount's easy. It's not like you got to buy the whole enchilada like you're buying a property or something. So these are great assets. Just get exposure to if you're interested in it. Again, we don't freaking know where these assets are going. I want to make sure everybody understands that. But we've seen a lot more interest coming in these assets as the prices have been going up. They've been rebounding. So wanted to make sure you knew you could do this in your IRA. These are the rules. We're here as a resource for you, of course, at Directed IRA and getting your account open, getting new contributions in, or helping get funds rolled over or transferred from another old employer 401k or an existing IRA. Our team at Directed can help. And, of course, at KQS Lawyers, we're there to give you that tax and legal consult to make sure you're doing it right and get that LLC structure set up if that's the route you're going as well.
All right. Well, good luck, everyone, and enjoy your holiday season and your investment strategy for 2024. See you next week.
See you then.